This is Brews and Bros, episode number 48, the finale.
Bang, bang.
The finale already, season 3.
Can't believe it's already here.
So we got a bunch of stuff going on today.
We do?
Obviously, we're going to rank our top beers.
Yep.
We're going to give away that original print from Fuel Digital Designs.
Yes, excited about that.
And I've got, a little theme, right?
Okay.
I got a list. We're going to rank, or we're going to talk about some of the best and worst TV finales of all time.
Perfect. Going along with our finale tonight.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Ready for this?
Yes, sir.
2 brothers.
3 beers.
Let's go! I'm the Bruiser.
I'm the Don Ernesto.
Let's get into this first beer right away on this finale, Don.
Yes, sir.
First on the docket. And in our top 3. So just a reminder, right? For the finale, it's always tradition. We brought out the top 3 beers that we believe were the top beers.
Correct.
From the season.
Yep.
So we're going to reveal them. And then at the end, we're going to award that gold, silver, and bronze.
Sure.
So
Crown a champion.
yeah, we have to.
Yes.
So, first on the docket, we got the Instigator West Coast Style IPA by Indie Ale House. It's a 6.5%. Refresh your memories about what the literature was on that
For
one.
sure. This is their flagship West Coast style IPA. It's clean and bitter with strong aromas of pine and citrus at 6.5%.
I read that pine, and
Yeah.
remember I was trying to identify because there might be something I'm literally allergic to.
Okay, well,
and,
the last one was the lemongrass. For me.
I think it probably
was
was
okay.
lemongrass, but I loved that beer. That's the
I
crazy
know.
thing, right? But let's pour this in, and then
right.
I'm going to go over, like I said, so, based on our finale, we have some... we're going to talk about TV shows and the finale. Some bombed big time. Some infuriated people, and some were great. So I'm going to talk about that. This is bringing back those memories. Right?
I love that color.
Bringing back the
my
memories
gosh.
of just like I'm just going to let it dissipate a little bit.
It's got like
this
a
is
honey type of foam. Like the color is beautiful.
This is the one where the aroma just
Yes.
fills the room. I think I forgot about that.
This hits the grail.
In terms of aroma,
yeah.
right? Like again, I think last time, like you would, if you walked into where we have our little setup here, you would think we're in a floral shop right now, right? So did you already smell? Okay, I'm gonna smell it.
I could smell it. I smelled it when we cracked it.
It's citrus.
Come
It's
on,
lemon. It's everything that they're
on.
saying. It's so pleasant. I love it. Puts a smile on my face. Okay. Here we go.
All right.
I'm going to give the best, and then I'll give the worst,
All right.
okay? Now, I'm going to go on record here. Lists were all over the place when it comes to finales of TV shows. All over the place.
Yeah.
There was, some had a TV show ranked as the worst, and others had it ranked in the top 5 as best. So I had to kind of pull from a variety of sources. So anyways, here we go. Friends, as it came up consistently as being one of the best finales, okay? So it was a spectacular finale, so you got Monica and Chandler. They became pregnant, so they had the twins.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about the finale that I personally liked. They were all moving. Right. They were moving to the city.
Yep.
So I like the fact that, you can't have another episode because where would they go kind of thing, right?
Yeah. Where would they all meet, right?
That's what I'm saying. So the apartment was done, and it was just a perfect natural ending point, I think, for the show itself. Came up on a lot of lists.
Okay.
One of the worst, and you and I are fans of the show.
Okay.
Dexter.
Well, really?
Yeah, so they're basically saying this. Like, him faking his own death, becoming a lumberjack, right? He's a killer. He's a stone cold killer.
Yeah.
Yes, he kills for the right reasons. I mean, went a little off the rails.
Yeah.
But, I think the most fitting ending was that he should have died, I guess, at the end too. However,
did you watch the second coming?
That's what I was saying. Yeah. So the revival of the show, if they had killed him off at the end, there wouldn't have been that. So his son was involved at season 2 or whatever it was.
Yes, correct.
Not too bad.
It was okay. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
However, you're in the woods, and it kind of just seemed like it didn't fit.
It didn't have that Dexter feel.
No,
right?
it didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't. Yeah, you can't. Sometimes you can't do. You just end the shows.
Can't recreate it.
Yeah, you just end the shows, right?
All right. I don't want to wait any longer, Don.
Right,
I was sitting there. We should have had a sip, but let's go. That's the thing with this beer, Don. We kept on saying, I don't know how they do this because it's a 6.5, right? It's a banger.
Yeah.
All right. And, a lot of times you get a little worried, if something is a little bit higher alcohol content, right? All right, what's going to come out? Is there going to be some kind of after bite that's not quite fitting? But this is smooth all the way through. I'm drinking a few of these.
Yes. Brother, I agree with you.
Right.
Clean. The bitterness is there, like they're saying.
Yeah.
Nice and fresh. This is so fresh.
A little bit of pine.
Yeah.
It's,
citrusy is blowing up in my mouth right now. It's so good.
I've had a little bit of a sore throat and a cold the last couple of days. So
Yeah.
it's reminding me of the Vicks Vapo Rub kind of thing, like just when I'm smelling it, clearing out my passageway. So this is the perfect beer to start
the
off.
aroma's there. Like when I crack
It's
that
there.
can, we love beers like that. When you can smell it coming right out of the can, you don't even pour it in the glass. Fantastic job.
It's kind of that perfect blend between that juicy IPA, but has enough hoppiness to it. So if you're a hophead, there's enough there for you too.
Oh,
but then
definitely.
it transcends both because it has those. It's so blended perfectly that if you are usually drinking pilsners or usually drinking stuff that isn't, too strong,
right?
This is a good transition beer for you too.
Fantastic job.
I'm going to take one more sip. We're not ranking today, so a reminder, we're just going to keep it till last. We're going to reveal our gold, silver, and bronze.
Sure, we're going to deliberate and
let you know. But
yeah, I love it.
I think we'll give it a few more sips once we are off air here too. So again, the first beer in our finale is the Instigator West Coast Style IPA by Indie Ale House. I guess find out what beer cracked our finale.
Yes,
when we come back.
Yes, sir.
We're back.
Boom.
The Don doesn't want to wait anymore.
I can't.
He's been thinking about this beer for 3 weeks now, or when we tried it.
Ever since we tried it.
Ever since we tried it, and it's a sour.
Yes.
Right? So for our loyal followers, that since season 1, I'd bring it up every now and then. We want to do a sour episode, and the Don was always scrunching up his face. He's like, I don't think we can. I don't think we should. Anyways, he tried it. Next on the docket in our finale, we've got the second coming, Arnold Palmer. It's a sour by Kame and Kettle. It's a 3.5%. You can
Nice and light.
Yeah, you can get it at Biblioteca Italy. That's where I got this, by the way. Go by there. It's a cool place. They got great food. What are they saying about this beer, Don?
Well, they got that nice poem I want to read.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wish I had some music playing in the background, but all right, go for
it.
A
divinely timed collaboration to bring you out of hibernation. A sour sent back down from heaven, infused with refreshing tea and lemon. An ode to the Arnold Palmer name and its classic warm weather game. A flavor profile so profound it deserves to play another round. Melt away that winter numbing and tee up for summer's second coming.
I had to give you some applause there. That was perfect. That was perfect.
Yeah.
All right, let's not wait. Let's pour this in. Let's take a sip. And I got another best and worst TV finale for us.
Okay.
So, So this one had that. Look at the way it pours in, Don. This color. He took a sniff. You poured that in so quick. It's like, I'm not waiting. I want to try this. I don't want to wait any longer. I've been waiting for 3 weeks now, and I
love this color.
You know what? Let's. It's ready to drink. That color is perfect.
It's fantastic.
It has that tea.
That tea, sweet.
It has that. It's sweetness. It's just a touch, a little hint, a spoonful.
But we said
of
it before
sugar.
the last time. It's almost like that natural sweet tea you're making.
Yeah. Crisp, clean. You ready to drink it? You want to wait a second?
Okay. You got to say something?
Okay. I'll let yours dissipate a bit.
You're
You're making me wait in between. Okay.
Let it ferment for a bit.
This one's fitting, I think, because this one consistently kept on coming up as one of the best finales of a TV show of all time, and happened to be one of the best TV shows, comedies of all time. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. So here's what they were saying. Here's what's going on with Cheers, right?
Okay.
So basically, he was going to marry Diane. Diane came back. I even forgot about this, right?
Yeah.
Causing a ruckus. Nobody liked Diane to begin with.
Yeah.
They were going to get married, move to California, and their flight was delayed. And then all of a sudden, they start having second thoughts, like, "What the hell?" Are we?
Did you watch it religiously? Like, did you?
I watched Cheers
because
consistently. I forgot to mention this, Don. I did rewatch all of these final scenes.
Okay.
Just for today.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, for the podcast.
Yeah.
And I got chills, man.
Did you?
I got chills.
I never got. Like,
Friends,
I watched bits in here and there of Cheers. I was never really into it.
Let me set up the scene for you because this is exactly what happened. So, basically, Diane, they decide it's not happening. We're not getting married, and so now they cut to this is the final scene in the show. You have him behind the bar.
Okay.
Right. So he's behind the bar, and Norm is there. And Norm basically, so he finishes his beer. And he says to him, I got it written down because I don't want to mess this up.
Yeah.
He goes, I knew you'd come back. There was no way that you could walk away from your one true love. Now, you have to remember that, what's his name on the show? Tony Danza.
Ted Danza?
Ted Danza. Tony Danza. Oh! Ted Danza. What's his name on the show?
I don't know.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Horrible. I don't have time. That's brutal. Everybody's gonna be like, I'm shutting off the podcast now. I want to say it was Dan, but I don't think it was even Dan. What's Dan? What's the matter? Okay. We'll correct ourselves because this is ridiculous. This is what happens on live TV. We're not really live, but we're on live TV. Anyways, so
I'm prepared for that.
Unprepared. Yeah. So he's a little bit stupid, right? You know, throughout the whole series. So Norm leaves.
Okay.
And he thinks about it for a second. He's like,
was his name Chuck? No, it's
not Chuck. So he thinks about it for a second, and then all of a sudden, he says, it clicks in. He's talking about the bar. Can't leave my one only love, the bar, and everybody at the bar, and he had to keep this thing going.
Yes.
Right. And then somebody knocks on the door, and he's sorry, we're closed. It was pretty emotional. Pretty emotional.
I remember tidbits of that. Yeah, I'd like to go back and watch that final episode.
So that was rated one of the best of all time. I got to drink this now. Let's go. Let's drink. Cheers. Okay. What's coming out for you there, Don?
It's that
puckering your lips, right?
Yeah, because I'm really taking it in. It's powerful.
That's how we're part at the end there, right?
It's right at the end.
And this is one. Remember, we took a second sip and a third. It's almost like you have to do that with a sour. First sip, you have to remind yourself, "Oh, I'm drinking a sour." Yeah, because you're looking at it. It's like it's like any other beer.
Yeah,
and then you take a second sip, and you're like, "Okay."
And then those flavors just pop at you.
And then it starts popping.
That tea. I love that tea.
That's the thing that comes out the most. I think for me,
there's that tinge of lemon there.
Yep.
But the tea is so prominent.
Yep. I'm gonna take another swig.
Yeah.
If you are a sour lover, please go and try this.
That's fantastic.
If you're in the States, across the border, right, Welland, Ontario, Fawn Hill, Welland, I'm not sure. It might be Fawn Hill.
Sure.
Go to Kame and Kettle. The stuff is great. Right? It's a different kind of sour. It has a little bit of that tea, a little bit of that lemon. It's blended perfectly.
Oh, this is a collaboration. I forgot. That's what it said in the poem there with Brimstone.
Brimstone is also a collab. Yeah. So go and try it. This is just one of those sours that there's a lot of flavors that are popping here. So it's well worth.
And this is
a drive.
Honestly summertime.
It's so refreshing in the summer.
Yeah.
Poolside. You're having a barbecue.
And I will say this. I've had some sours where you are like just so puckering your lips every second that you're not going to be able to really eat anything with it.
Right.
I can have something right now.
For sure.
Nacho. Right.
I'd have a burger with this.
A burger.
A burger. Anything. I think anything steak, any like meat.
And that's telling, right? Because we've been trying to match beers. We've been trying to talk about beers in a way throughout all 3 seasons that you can understand it. So, is this a standalone beer, right?
Yeah.
Is it that double chocolate stout that, have it for dessert,
For sure.
Or like our dessert, we've always coined dessert beers.
Right?
Go perfect and pair with it.
Is it a Pilsner that you're going to crush all day long?
Yep.
Is it a trunk beer, right? Like all these things, right? I'm going to say you can have any kind of food that you want with this one.
For sure. Nachos, something with a little heat. With
little heat would be great.
Yeah, I think that would be great with this.
I think so.
You got those bitter tones with the tea, and you got a
good
lemon
call.
in it.
Yep, good call on that one. Okay, again, so this was the Second Coming Arnold Palmer Sour by Kame and Kettle / Brimstone.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's the second one that we brought to the table for our finale.
Yep.
Find out what the third beer that cracked our finale is when we come back.
Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah.
We're having a hard time, Don.
I am.
What were you just saying?
Well, like I'm having all these flavors are still in our mouths,
Mixing
right?
around.
And now I'm so looking forward to this. And it's like, is this gonna sway? Obviously, it's gonna sway my decision, but like,
it goes.
It's tough, man.
It goes against the grain of what we've been doing on the podcast. Usually, we pick one style of beer, whether it's IPAs, dark lagers, but because we're all over. But to be honest with you, you know what's kind of cool?
Yeah.
Think about what we brought to the table with our finale. We haven't even told them what the third. Here, I'll let you in on a secret, everybody out there. It's a dark lager. All right? If you can't see it, our third beer is a dark lager. So we've had our IPA, sour, dark lager.
Yeah. So we are all over the map.
We're all over the map, and so it's kind of a little hard. We're struggling a little bit,
and I want us to be true to
we're gonna try.
We are. We're gonna try our best.
Try our best.
I mean, we're gonna crown the champion.
So
whoever it's gonna be, right?
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
All right. So last on the docket and last to make the finale was the evening edition dark lager by Beyond the Pale, 3.5%. I just remember, Don, this one being so crushable.
It was.
Just enough flavor.
Yep.
Right, but I wanted to drink this one over and over and over again.
I'm excited for this one.
Refresh your memories.
For sure,
what
this
going on there?
exciting beer is made from German Pilsner and Munich malts, paired with Tettnanger and Hirschbrucker hops, giving it a nice, clean, crisp base. If that wasn't enough to excite you, the brewers then added midnight wheat and pale chocolate malts, creating a unique color to the beer when you pour it in, and a subtle roasty chocolate flavor on the palate.
There's a lot of shit in here.
Flavorsome and very enjoyable.
Yeah, what do they say?
On a hot patio with barbecue.
That's it. There's a lot of shit.
I almost feel like we should have a Weber barbecue here, charcoal.
We'll do it. Yeah.
And we're having a steak.
Season 4.
So, okay.
Season 4. We'll grill it up. We'll go outside.
That's a lot to take in. So now, like,
this is our winter. This is our winter season, though, technically, right?
What I'm trying to say, like the sours are there. I'm still saying the IPA.
I know.
Now we're getting this bomb.
I know.
Boom, malts, chocolate, toasty flavor. Boom, bing,
let's put this in because I got a couple of worse and I got another best.
Yeah, you missed
one.
it.
I'm like, I better go. So Seinfeld was on there as the worst.
And you're a huge Seinfeld.
Okay, so Show About Nothing gave itself one of the biggest, what the hell does it say there? Anticlimactic episodes of all time, they're basically saying, okay?
For Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I rewatched this one. I didn't have to. Don knows how big of a fan I am.
Yeah,
but
you're huge.
This is basically the final scene.
I just remember them being in jail.
They're in jail because they were not Good Samaritans. So the Good Samaritan law in jail for a year, and they came full circle. So the very first joke, episode 1, was about the button on your shirt. The second button making or breaking the shirt, depending on where it is. Okay. So they're in the jail cell, and Jerry's like, it's a George. That button's useless. It's in no man's land. It's
with the
too
second
hot.
one?
Yeah, the second button. So they finish it off with that, and people just left a sour taste in their mouth.
How did they do? Like, did they leave a sour taste in your mouth?
A little bit.
Okay.
But here's the thing, okay? We're talking about a comedy about nothing.
Right.
So are they going to leave us off with this, profound message? Like all of a sudden now it's all philosophical. Like, I don't know what people wanted. I like the episode, or leading up to it, they had the court case because they're on trial.
Right.
They brought back a lot of the characters, the soup Nazi and all that kind of stuff, right? To testify against them. I don't know. It was people hated it. People absolutely hated it. And I didn't know how. And I think even Jerry and Larry David himself, because Larry returned for the final episode.
Did he?
So,
okay.
Hiatus and came back. They didn't really know either. Like, it was just such a, if you love the show, it was comedy gold.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to end a show like that. So.
Yeah. Well, they had a good run.
They had a good run.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's
back to the beer.
Back to the beer because I want to drink this.
Beyond the beer you want when you need it most.
And do you need it most right now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's
All
go. This is the last. Hey, before we drink this,
This is a lager.
this is the last one we're drinking for
Okay,
a while.
all right.
At least together
Okay,
or
we're
whatever
going-
on the podcast.
Do they know? Did we explain that we went on hiatus for a bit?
That we're going on hiatus? I think they know this is the finale, and then we're okay. Well,
Oh, no, we're
I
up
was
for-
going to leave that for the closing.
Okay,
we'll
you're
talk
right,
about when
okay.
we're coming back.
Okay,
you're,
all right.
you're getting
You're-
nostalgic.
I
Already.
am.
He's
I'm
getting
crying.
emotional. The
A little
dad's
bit's
getting
here, a
emotional.
little bit's here. My Friday nights
All
are
right,
gone.
let's go. Did you smell it?
I did.
All right. It's got that maltiness. Not a lot of sweetness, but
Those chocolate notes are hitting at the end.
thank God you're talking right now. Keep going. Keep going.
But crisp and clean
Yeah.
and smooth.
Yeah.
Whew.
I
But
have
such a different, this is hard, man. We have 3 different distinct tastes
They
here.
do. And how do you?
dark lagers take
We
my
got a predicament.
dark lagers do take my breath away for some reason.
I
don't know what it is.
I don't know what the other mix we had. West Coast IPA.
Yeah,
and there
there's
was
a side
another one.
lunch in there, and sorry.
No, I'm saying
Today.
This mix for you is I like lagers.
Yeah.
With flavor.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
You like those? I mean, the chocolatey
Yeah.
notes are here.
Yeah.
It's a good blend. That's
This
why
is
I know
going to be a
this.
tough decision for this gold, silver, bronze today. I'm gonna tell you that we're taking this very seriously. All right, we're trying to distinguish and separate all 3 styles of beer. These 3 beers made our top 3. They're
Yeah.
all worthy of our top 3.
Absolutely.
But it's funny because it's like on second, tasting.
Yeah,
Right.
You forget. We
Yeah,
try so
you
many
do.
throughout the season.
But
so.
this is worthy again. I
yeah,
did not,
100%. Yeah, no, I don't go back on that for sure. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go to a best.
All right.
While we're sipping on this, Breaking Bad. Don, did you watch Breaking Bad at all?
I did.
Okay, how much of it?
All of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I crushed
I-
all.
We binged it.
All right.
Christina binged it.
So I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
It's
That's the best?
Yes, this comes up consistently as one of the best.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And it said, basically, okay, so he got all of his affairs in order, set up his family with the money.
Yeah.
He knew he was already dying from cancer, right?
Yeah.
So he went out in a blaze of glory, died of his bullet wound in his meth lab.
Yes.
Kind of thing. Very perfect, right? Fitting, perfect. The way it was shot, then the camera pans up. You're looking at him. He's dying. Police come in.
Yep.
He's already dead. He ended it on his own terms, which
That's
was
right.
kind of awesome, right?
Yeah.
So, a little bit different than, like Dexter. I keep thinking Dexter probably should have.
Yeah, he should
right?
have died, right?
Something.
Well,
I don't
something
know.
should have happened to him.
I don't know. I don't know.
Whether he was caught or something.
It was
his
just-
sister dies.
Yeah, there was closure.
Yeah,
right.
correct,
It
yeah.
was a great. It was a great show all around.
Yep.
Breaking Bad. I didn't know that you were a Breaking Bad.
Oh
fan.
yeah, we binged. I loved it. I love Walter White. I loved it.
The Fly episode was one of my favorite episodes
Yeah,
ever. Any TV show.
I loved his brother-in-law. I can't remember his name.
Oh, the cop.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
when,
great.
When
Yeah, love
he's
him.
and he's investigating leading up to and,
Yeah, yes.
and he just has this
And then-
feeling like
yeah.
it just clicks
It's him.
and
It's
then he
his
gets
brother-in-law.
it's such a great
It's
and then he
crazy.
just goes off. He doesn't care that his brother-in-law anymore.
know.
Like you're going
No.
to jail. Like I gotta get you.
And
like,
it was characteristic of that.
Yeah.
Like that's what you would expect from him because he was such a cop.
the hell is his
Ooh,
name?
Through and through.
I can't remember.
Beer can went down. That's the first time ever. Beer, off the table. It's gone.
Oh
It's gone. It was empty. It was empty. And then Jesse Pinkman was just the comedic.
Did you
humor.
watch the spin-off Camino or whatever
I
it's
did.
called?
I did.
Okay.
I like
never
that
watched
too.
it.
I like that too.
Yeah.
So I got one more.
All right.
On the worst list, and this is my. I do not agree. I do not agree.
So we went worst, best, worst.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, this is another worse.
All right.
I want to take a sip.
You don't agree with this?
Not at all.
Okay.
But there's a lot to this one. So
All right.
I'm going to need a little time to rant.
Okay.
I'm going to need a little time to just get everything out.
Get everything out.
I was in the shower this morning. I don't really
You were thinking about
rehearse before the podcast, but there's some things I walk through.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe a little.
Well, we
out
do some
loud.
preparation.
Little bit. So hopefully it's as good as I sounded in the shower. Let's put it this way, or that way.
All right.
Bro, how good is this beer though? Like it's
Why?
just it's so
Do I have any
smooth.
more in here? I do.
Malty.
That's why.
there's a little bit of touch of sweetness. I don't understand how it's only a 3.5%. When I was going online and people were doing reviews on it, they couldn't believe it's only a 3.5%
And this was I found this in the LCBO, like all the 3 dark lagers we had. They
sold out quickly. LCBO.
That episode that we did with the dark lagers. I think I picked 3 of the greatest ones that I found at that LCBO because they were fantastic. And this was one of the top ones, right?
So Don,
all right.
I guess this is all me with this last on my list here because you didn't watch the show.
Okay.
It kills me you didn't watch the show. Sopranos as the worst season finale, series finale. Sorry,
you would think, yeah.
So I hope at some point, Don, you go and
I have this issue.
Okay.
I got to tell you something.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, hang on. I tried to watch the first episode.
All right.
And
Can I tell you?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, no, I don't want to cut you off. I shouldn't. I want to go. No, keep going. Keep going.
And you know me, like
you'll try.
I'll try. I want to analyze it.
Okay.
I usually try to let me watch the first episode.
All right.
Let me watch the second one.
Okay.
Does it pull me in? Do I want to watch more?
Okay.
And I just didn't feel it from the first. We're Italian. I love the gangster.
No, I know.
I love the gangster movies. Gandolfini. I've always liked him as an actor. He didn't pull me in.
Sometimes you call me psychic.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe because this is kind of what I rehearsed in the shower.
Oh.
No, honestly,
All right.
I had like a rebuttal for people who do that.
Okay.
I think you are one of these people that does.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So here's my thing.
Yeah.
It's about the characters. Mm-hmm. How much of a rapport are you building with characters after 1 or 2 episodes?
Right.
You don't give a shit about these characters.
Right.
You don't care if they live or die. You do not care.
Okay.
But once you commit and the characters, you feel these are characters. James Gandolfini is a mobster, but he's a dad and he's a husband. And there's all this stuff going on where in the end, all right, like you care about him so much like a relative.
I'm
right?
going to try to get...
You got to get to that. And then you're locked in. And then any show, once you care about the characters, you're locked in. And then you go for the ride.
I know. I just couldn't get past
him
in the pool with the friggin' ducks.
Anyways.
You know what I mean? Like, he had the ducks in the pool.
I know.
I couldn't get past...
I think it's on my list about talking about the...
Okay, go ahead.
Was it really early on with the ducks?
I think it was the first episode or second.
Okay, I didn't realize. All right, here we go.
And then he's coming in the wife, and the kid's going to school, and the ducks are there, and he wants to feed them, and she's going nuts. Anyways.
I guess I got it back. I minored in film, okay? And even though Sopranos isn't a film, it was shot... HBO tends to shoot their TV series like a film, okay?
Yeah.
So people hated that the finale... So I'm jumping... You didn't watch the finale, I'm assuming, right?
No, I didn't. No.
This means nothing to you. So it's all me for now, all right? So, when they're cutting here and there, you're not going to see the top answer, right? So,
take it away. You're not going to see
I'm talking. All right, for a little bit. So people hated that it cut to black. So they're sitting at the diner. We know that Gandolfini is a flawed person, a flawed character in general, right?
Okay.
He's a mobster. He's trying to run that family. He's having a hard time running his own family. He's having a hard time with his own wife, right? And then at the end, they're getting together just for dinner at a diner, and this is where he's on the hit list. Like, he's gonna die. Like it's at the point now he's gonna watch his back every second of the day. Somebody's gonna whack him. Okay, so the whole last part of this episode is people walking into the diner, and every time you think somebody's walking in with like a handgun or an Uzi, or they're gonna blow him away.
Okay,
right? So it's like that. So back, it's chime. There's a chime on the door, cha-ching every time it comes in.
In the restaurant, or whatever.
In the restaurant. Yeah. So and then so you're on edge. I watched every single episode of this show, Joe. Don, I don't want him to die. He's a mobster. I know he's a killer, but you relate to him as a person. You think of him more. He's just trying to run a business.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can understand that.
He's a little different than Dexter, who's a psychopath.
Yeah.
I don't think Gandolfini, I don't think his character, Tony Soprano, is a psychopath.
No.
He runs a very brutal business. Yes.
For sure.
I'm not glorifying the mob or anything like that. But if you get there, you know that there's more to him than just a mobster.
I can feel it.
Anyways.
I feel your passion about it.
So here's how it ends, Don.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're sitting there. He's sitting there with his wife.
In the restaurant.
Yep. His son.
Yeah.
And then his daughter, Meadow, is just about to walk in. All of a sudden, Cuts to black. Okay.
Is that him maybe getting shot?
That's the problem that people have with this.
They don't know what happened.
What does that mean?
Okay.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
Right? Did he get shot? Is he alive? Some people thought that, the HBO screwed up, that there was like a technical difficulty. Like they didn't understand that, and then you see the credits, that's how it was intended. And it was Don't Stop Believin'.
From Journey?
That was playing in the background. It says, don't stop. And that's the word. And when it stops. Okay, so for me, all right, and people hated that. They crucified it, right? Is he dead? All this kind of stuff. And
were they supposed to make a movie on that too?
Yes.
Okay, they never did. That never happened. Obviously,
I loved
Gandolfini died.
I loved it from the second I saw it.
Okay.
As a movie buff, I'm looking at this. I love when they let me think. What happens? What happened? I don't need to have that, and they lived happily ever after kind of fairy tale.
I'm okay with that stuff too.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Okay, it gets your mind going too. Like what happened? What happened to him? Did he get shot? What happened? I get it. I get it.
David Chase, the creator of the show, basically said this. He's kind of patting himself on the back because he knew he did a good job.
Sure.
We cared so much about Tony Soprano. And then he's basically saying this, because people crucified him, like I said. They hated him.
That's the public.
He's like, so what? I'm going to leave this show with Tony Soprano with his brain splattered on the freaking ground, right? He's freaking dead, and that's it? And then I cut to black, and that's better? Like, think about that. Right? He's like, how am I going to do that to one of the most, even though he was a mobster, one of the most beloved characters ever? Yeah. Right? He couldn't bring himself to do that, okay? And that's the reason why, I love it. Here's the thing, though, Don. People are going back 15 years later. This show was on.
And they're still good.
All of a sudden, it's not on the worst list anymore.
Okay.
It's on the best list. It's all over the place.
Different generation.
Right? That's what I'm saying. But I knew it was freaking awesome back then. Right? Go back and rewatch it if you haven't watched it, in a little while. I told you, I watched all of these endings just for this podcast. Right? Just go and do it.
I'm going to try it.
Okay. And then this is the last thing I want to say.
Okay.
Consistently, every list that I went on that was talking about the best season finales of all time, 6 Feet Under kept on coming up.
Never saw it.
Okay, I started. I maybe watched more than half of the show, but I didn't see the finale, and I just wanted to bring it up.
Okay.
So I'm curious now. I think I got to delve back in and start watching because I guess this finale is fantastic.
6 Feet Under.
Yeah,
okay.
Just want to bring it up.
All right.
Let's
get back into this.
Yeah, you know what? You know what's a good beer when you're kind of drinking?
I know, talking, you're talking.
Right? And you're just enjoying it all around.
Yeah, this could be it.
Yeah. So, again, this was the evening edition Dark Lager by Beyond the Pale. It's
good beer, folks. Good beer go get it if you can.
We got a lot going on when we come back, right, Don? We're gonna reveal the winner of our giveaway contest from Fuel Digital Designs.
Right here.
We're going to reveal the gold, silver, and bronze for our season number 3.
Yes.
Check it out when we come back. We're back.
Whoa.
What finale this was, Don? We've been having a big discussion about the order of the gold, silver, and bronze.
I think we came to a consensus.
I think we did.
Yeah.
It was we're on the same page.
Yep.
But let's drop everything.
Yep.
Where it's finally here.
Thank you to all the participants.
We have our giveaway contest from Fuel Digital Designs. We were about to spin the wheel to see who gets. You want to grab it off the wall, Don?
Yeah, if I can. Oh.
This bad boy right here.
Boom.
Yeah, that looks fantastic.
I know we're blocking us, but that's it. Bobby or
sipping what we can only think is beer out of this Stanley Cup when he won it, okay?
I'll grab this from you.
Yeah.
Don's going to go around. As you can see, the wheel of names.
We're going to spin it.
It's ready to go.
To win it.
All right, let's do this. 3. 1, 2, 3?
No,
2, 2, 1?
3, 2, 1.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Boom, and the lucky winner chicken dinner is... Niagara Rider!
Niagara Rider! Niagara Rider, you got this bad boy right here.
Niagara Rider.
Awesome job.
Yes.
We will reach out to you, and we'll get this original print from
To
Fuel
you
Digital
ASAP.
Design. So thank you
Yes.
again, Fuel Digital Designs, for being one of our original sponsors.
Yes, thank you for your support.
Forever grateful. We are also sponsored by
Niagara Craft Brewery Tours. We have a promo code, folks, 20% off their tours, any of them, which are fantastic. Brews and Bros, BREWSNBROS, 20% off. The weather's going to change. Get out there for a brewery tour.
Absolutely.
And do it.
Okay. I'm going to close up this laptop, Don.
Okay.
And hopefully we still have enough room. Just going to put it off to the side here.
We got it.
We are about to reveal our gold, silver, and bronze for season number 3.
Let's do it.
Let's go with the silver
Let's
first.
go for
Mix it up.
Let's go with the bronze.
Bronze first.
Bronze first.
Let's do bronze first.
All right. In third.
In third with the bronze, an unbelievable beer. Put it out there in front, Don. We've got the
Second coming.
Arnold Palmer by Kame and Kettle. One of the first, the first sour that Don has ever had.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Fantastic job.
Go ahead and get this sour for sure. And for the silver position, we have, go ahead, Don, bring that one out.
Dun, dun.
The evening edition
Dark Lager.
Beyond the Pale Brewing Company. It's one of those dark lagers you just keep on having and drinking it all night, all day.
I gotta
long.
say, this was tough, but
It was like we drank all the beer. We had a big discussion about this. We're pretty confident. If you were watching, you could probably guess. But in the gold medal position, we have the
dun 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 Instigator.
West Coast style IPA by Indie Ale House. It's just a solid beer all around. The Don, you were bringing it up. You cracked the can, and it filled up this room with such a pleasant aroma.
It just hit all those things.
All those notes,
boom,
right?
You crack the can, aroma in your nose, you pour it, aroma, and then the taste was phenomenal. They're one of our favorites, and they do a good job.
And again, on this podcast, we're just trying to go with, hopefully, by now you understand, we're just going by our flavor.
Yeah.
We're looking for something that's crushable. We're looking for something that's packed with flavor. It doesn't have too much of that unpleasant afterbite. If it has an aroma that kicks it up a notch, and which the Instigator did,
yes,
it ranks very high on our list.
It hits our grail, right? That's our holy grail.
It's as close to the grail as we've gotten all year.
Yeah, fantastic.
All 3 beers were worthy and deserving of being in our
For
finale.
sure. Congratulations.
This is the time where I start getting a little sad.
I know. I go away.
I go away for 4 months, and
Ladon has his, his business.
Family business
he's
in the
the
summer.
entrepreneur that, he kicks into gear for the off season.
Yeah, short-lived with great results, but we'll be back in midsummer.
Midsummer, we'll be back, and we have a few exciting things that are coming up.
But
So
I just want to remind people, we're not going away.
No.
We're going to have a lot of content still out there. So follow us on YouTube for sure. Ring that bell and get those notifications on us. Facebook and Instagram. We're out there, and we're still going to continue to be out there.
and just continue to follow us. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You guys are awesome.
Yes.
Beer brothers and sisters. We
Thank
love you
you.
guys
Thank
so
you,
much.
everyone, for support, for sure.
Yeah, the feedback's been fantastic.
Yeah,
and
this was fun.
it's an awesome ride.
Yes.
We started this just over a year ago, and
Yeah.
we're loving it. And
Yep.
it seems like you guys are loving it too. So
And sky's the limit.
we got some good things coming on the go.
We do.
So
We do.
Stay tuned.
ready to sign off for a little while here, Don?
Yes, sir.
All right. 2 brothers.
3 beers.
We're out.